This your boy coming at you with another video, and today I'm gonna be coming at you with just talking about my collection so far. One of them's missing, which is my Lupa Diver. Still need to get the back put on it. So, but without no further ado, let's jump right into it, and I'm gonna go over a piece that is honestly got a special place in my heart because it's the first watch that I actually bought with my own money. This is the first one, and I spent the most money on this thing. It was the most money I ever spent on a watch at the time. This watch almost cost me about $300. I think it actually was it $300. It might have been actually $300. I'm not quite sure, but it was close. It was either close or right on. I'm not quite sure, but I know that I spent a pretty hefty price on this thing. I'm also going to go over the themes. There is a lot of themes behind these watches that it passed the colorways that people do not know that there's a theme with the models. Alright, so this is a Venom. Everyone knows, if you follow Invicta, you know what the Venom is. You've seen it. You might own one. You probably own one if you actually like Invicta. You probably own one or more. And let's talk about it. Okay, the bracelet, to me, I don't know if anyone noticed, the bracelet actually looks like snake scales. Actually looks like snake scales. Really looks like snake scales. Really looks like some snake scales. Looking at the bezel, it actually reminds me of like the Cobra flaps. You know, when he kind of puffs his neck out. I know that the Cobra thing had kind of like a more rounded design a bit, but it kind of does look like Cobra flaps. Just a little bit though. Just a little bit. It also looks like eyes if you look at it this way. It really looks like eyes. And it really looks like a snake. It really follows suit to the its name being Venom. They actually have one now that is actually, I believe it's called the Python. Is it called the Cobra or the Python? No, the Cobra is the other one. It's Python. It is Python. And it actually has like a snake skin kind of design around the bezel that looks like scales. They actually had a snake skin collection with the Venoms, and it's the only one that's had a snake skin dial. It had a snake skin dial, snake skin leather strap. The only reason I didn't like them is because I didn't like the color snake skin that they had. There was a bunch of like green, reds, and purples and stuff. It was a mid. It didn't say if it was for women or men. It was a mini. It was like 42 millimeters, and it was geared towards women, but it actually didn't say women's watches. It just said watch. So it was not in the actual category because you could wear it if either side. But to me, with purple snakeskin, you kind of look like a pimp if you're wearing purple like gators or something. You know, because purple, now later gators and stuff are like really associated with like pimps and stuff like that. So, and it really was not my style. Now, if it would have been white snakeskin, black snakeskin, maybe even like a dark green snakeskin, I would have bought it. But like loud pink gator, I said gator, but I keep saying gator. I mean snake. You know what I meant, snake. I said gator, but snake. You know what I mean. Y'all get the picture. Y'all get the picture. Animal, bright colored snake and gator and, stuff like that. It's associated with pimps. Now later gators, really colorful snakeskin boots and snakeskin shoes and stuff like that. It's just associated with pimpatry. I'm gonna call it the pimpatry. And it's just not my style. Pimpatry is not my style. So if it was just white snake, stuff like that, I would have definitely went with it. But but it wasn't. It was just too out there, man. for me. As far as stuff like snake skin, I just like plain white and black, you know. A nice brown. If it's in a nice shade of brown, I'll take it. But not really into all the crazy color stuff like that. You know. The next one I'm gonna go to is my Doma. And it's pretty obvious. I don't know if anyone ever noticed it, but it's kind of obvious. The actual bezel looks like a porthole on a ship. Even with the bezel, even count the bezel, looks like a locking, like a latch that would unlock the window. It really does. And with the diamond shapes on the strap, to me, really looks like some really high end material that would be on like a chair. On maybe a cruise ship would have chairs with that type of material on it. The band looks like maybe like white curtains that would be on, you know, private ships, or like dinner boats or something would have like white curtains and like really fancy chairs and stuff like that. You know, looks cool. Especially like a captain's chair, especially would have something like this on there. Would definitely like on a captain's chair. Man. It really would. Next one I'm going to go look at is my only other iridescent right now is this. This is my Octane. It's the mid-size Octane. This one has another theme to it aside from the regular one. But a regular Octane to me has like a really kind of like industrial look to it because of that octagonal kind of shape. It's not really octagonal. It's just because it has those little nubs on it. It's actually rounded, but because of the nubs, it really makes it look octagonal. Excuse me. It really looks industrial with the gear-shaped, crown. Then you get to the band, and the band has a real crystal shape to them. And especially with this one in general, it looks really steampunk with the see-through going on in it. But the watch in general, to me, because of the way it's made, is a really industrial look. But this one in general, to me, looks like an industrial steampunk kind of design because of that see-through going on with it. It just really looks industrial. We're gonna go on with this one, the Rally. Now, the Rally takes a theme out of being like a race car, like speed, going fast and stuff. This is my only Rally. The only Rally I have. It's the only watch I actually have that does not have a rotating bezel. Excuse me. Excuse me. The inside of the face looks like the material that would be on like a race car seat. Really, to me it does. And then when you look at the bracelet, it looks like the pads that would be inside of like a race car helmet to protect like his head and neck and stuff. Really looks like the padding from inside of a race car helmet. Since both bolts are the same, I'm just going to go with this one, just because this one has the side cable. Another one that to me looks like an industrial design with the excuse me, with the 6 markers that make it, octagonal. This is one of my pearl faces, and as you saw, the octane had pearl in it too. This to me is industrial as well, with all of the cables, because it looks like it's steel cable. It is steel cable actually. Like from maybe a cable car or something. It looks really steampunk and industrial with that. But it also looks, especially this one, because it's actually the only full mirror polish I have is this one. And to me, it also looks like it's expensive. So it looks steampunk, but it also looks like it would be belonging to like people seeing the steampunk genre where it's like a big gangster guy who runs the city, and he's just such a bad guy that no one wants to mess with him. No one's gonna try his authority. One of those kind of figures kind of would own something like that, because he'd be the boss, something like that. It's industrial, and it still looks good. It looks tough, it looks bold, but it also looks like something that you can afford kind of look to it. Coming to the last point is this one. This one has such a design too that I really love. It's called the Sea Hunter, and real talk, it adds in a lot of textures from the sea that people actually miss out on it. Okay. The first thing that it does add to it that people do miss out on is the fact that the bezel itself looks like the gears of a fishing boat, like the big that they bring the cages up with. It looks like one of the big gears off the ship. It really does. And people miss that. It looks like the big gears. The crown. Coming to the crown. Inside of here looks like a propeller. A propeller from a fishing boat. Looks like propeller from the fishing boat. Probably a smaller fishing boat though. Looking at the side of it, how it looks like that, with the roundness to it, really reminds me of like a turtle shell. How the turtle shell is really rounded. And that's not the only thing that reminds me of a turtle. The bracelet. The bracelet looks like the carapace kind of underpart, underside of a turtle shell. A turtle shell has the same design on the bottom. It really looks like the underside of a turtle on this bracelet. People miss that, and a lot of people, I've never ever heard of it. I've heard some people say that Venoms look like snakes, but not a lot. This really looks like a turtle. Really looks like a turtle underside. It has a shark on the bottom. And at the bottom it says Sea Master. So it looks like a sea turtle under there. But the turbine on the back looks like it would be on a large ship, a large fishing boat. Looks like a large fishing boat. And this just looks like something. Looks like it really has a fisherman's kind of theme to it, with the big gear. Looks like the gear of a fishing ship. It's just a big chunk of a beauty. It's a chunk of beauty. It's a chunk of beauty. Is what I'm trying to say. Words get mixed up there, but it's a chunk of beauty. People can hate this watch till the day they die. I will love this watch. Some people do think they're gaudy. Of course, people with poor watch styles, they just kind of buy mainstream watches, hate Invicta. People that buy mainstream watches that are just all into Seikos and stuff. And I've seen the videos of people just like trash and like trying to trash and make them like they're ugly, and they're wearing like a plain watch. Like, what? Seikos are not all that. I've seen Seikos in the store, and yeah, they cost about the same mostly, but it's a Seiko. They're plain. Like, to me, I feel like Seikos are for like old retired guys, old retired people, you know, that are like ooh. But yeah, the Seikos are not all that. Omegas are okay. I'd buy an Omega. Omegas are alright. They're an alright looking watch. You know, Tag Heuser is like Rolex. Has a very basic look to it. They're expensive, but they have a very, very basic look to them that is easily copied. And there are several watch brands that do copy Rolex's design. Omega, Seiko, and Tag Heuser, as well as Invicta, are four that do. They're actually really copies, you know, some of Rolex's designs. The Pro Diver copies actually does it well. People say it doesn't do it well, but that's because they're looking at the one with the scallop section. All Pro Divers don't have scalloped bezels. Some of them have the geared bezel, like Rolex does. So, yeah. And that's about it, man. I'm not gonna go into that, loving like Invicta and stuff. But one more thing about this one is actually that abalone. Really abalone. Really abalone. And to me, it has a jellyfish color as well to it. It really has a jellyfish color as well. It actually looks like a crab too. If you look at it this way, it kind of looks like has like a crab body shape with that. If you look at the lugs on it, it kind of has like a crab shape to it a little bit. So it really has a lot of textures to it that really bring in some sea animal into it. It really gives it the right of being the king of the sea because it has so much sea and ocean design to it. It just has that really like deep sea, deep ocean look to it. It's called the Seamaster, but it has a lot of textures to it that could be ocean as well. So and I love it. I love it. It has that. It reminds me of the bracelet. Reminds me of a sea turtle, and it's like I actually like sea turtles. So I love turtles in general. Turtles are cool, but turtles are cool, and tough as well. Turtles are tough. So they made this look like, turtle, the underside of a turtle. They're telling you this watch is tough. They're telling you the watch is tough. And it's a really nice, bold look to it. Love it. But that's all for today, man. I just wanted to go over these and just kind of talk about the themes, some of the themes that are in Invicta. And some of the stuff I'm pretty sure Invicta is doing on purpose. That they are blatantly doing to make look like something. Like there are several ways they could have made this bracelet look, and that would have still looked good with this watch. But no, they decided to make it look like a turtle, the underside of a turtle shell. They did that on purpose. They've done that on purpose to make it look like fiber. That doesn't even look like metal. Actually, it actually looks like it's made of fabric. I've done that on purpose. But anyway, man, that's all for this video. I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.